How's it going, guys? TJ with TechParadise here. This is my review of the iPad Pro 9.7-inch model that came out on April 1st. I've had it for a few days now, and I have to tell you guys, I am beyond glad to be back to using this 9.7-inch size again. As soon as I took it out of the box, I knew that I was going to love this form factor again, for one simple reason, and that is that this iPad Pro remains the best size for your everyday go-to tablet. Now, while the bigger 12.9-inch iPad Pro may still be ideal for graphics designers and maybe some business professionals that want to do productivity and they could really use that extra screen real estate, I would argue that most people, even those that want to do serious stuff with their iPads, will really get the most enjoyment out of this size. Mostly because of the fact, like I said, it is most comfortable, easiest to handle in any scenario, and it's just a delightful form factor. While the iPad Pro 12.9 inches is really a behemoth, just a monster size, this is just delightfully not too big, not too small, and so the 9.7 inch does still remain the ideal form factor in my opinion. But let's go ahead and get to what makes this different from the something like the iPad Air 2, which is now only $399, and some people argue could still be a great choice, and it is still a great choice if you're a budget-minded person and don't want to spend $600 on a tablet. Well, then what makes this iPad worth the money? And let's give the camera a chance to focus. Hopefully it does. Come on, camera, focus. Okay, there we go. No, not yet. There we go. Okay, so the main difference here is on the back, you do have a camera bump, which is also due to the fact that we now have a camera that's capable of shooting in 4K video. That's a first for an iPad for sure. And the quality for the 4K camera is 3840 by 2160 at 30 frames per second. So that's pretty darn good for a tablet camera. And it's the same camera found in the iPhone 6s and 6s Plus. And that alone makes this a great upgrade. If you're somebody that could actually see yourself taking video or perhaps still photos with this camera, it's going to be a great choice for you. And I know there's some controversy surrounding taking video or photos with your tablet. I don't see any problem with it as long as you're not disturbing somebody else. I don't see a reason why you can't take videos or photos with your tablet. Hey, if Apple bakes in the feature, you might as well take advantage of it. That's what I say. So, on top of that, you also do have a new rear-facing camera, which is 5 megapixels for FaceTime. So you're going to get just an overall much improved FaceTime or maybe Skype experience. 2 much better quality cameras definitely makes a difference. But continuing on for a second with the physical changes, of course you have your 2 speakers on the bottom here, but now you do also have 2 speakers on the top, so it does get the new audio system that the larger iPad Pro has, which is great for watching Netflix, playing games, or listening to music. I find that it just has totally enhanced the sound experience on this smaller size iPad, and I would actually argue it's almost the level of sound that comes out of the larger iPad Pro. I wouldn't say exactly the same, but definitely along the same lines of it. And so just a greatly enhanced audio. And of course, last but not least, you do have the new Smart Connector, which is great if you plan on connecting Apple's Smart Keyboard to it. I don't personally recommend Apple Smart Keyboards only because of the fact that I just can't get used to the typing experience on those keyboards. Something like the Logitech Create keyboard is a great choice though, much more comfortable to type on, and its backlit keys Unfortunately, Logitech has not yet released a keyboard that supports the 9.7-inch iPad Pro model. So we're still waiting on that, but when it does come out, it'll be much appreciated because the Logitech actually worked directly with Apple on their keyboards. So it's just a much better choice than Apple's own Smart keyboard, in my opinion. So that's the Smart connector. And again, the benefit of the Smart connector, before I forget, the benefit is that it is both it does transfer both data and power. There's no need to, I know it's not in focus, but there is no need to pair any Bluetooth or charge the keyboards because it just connects right to the iPad. It's that simple. Okay, so now that we've gone through the physical changes, let's go ahead and jump right into the new features that make this tablet worth it. So we'll go ahead and unlock here. Now, the biggest thing that you notice on this new iPad Pro 9.7-inch that is just non-existent on the larger iPad Pro is the addition of two-tone display. Now, two-tone display is essentially something that allows you to, as long as it's enabled, you can actually get a much more natural viewing experience than you normally would. So no matter what the lighting condition is, it's going to reduce the blue lights in the display and just make a very comfortable experience. And I have found in my testing that it's just excellent. It's actually kind of strange going back to non-two-tone displays after using this one. So it is enabled by default. If you want to turn it off, you can do so inside of display and brightness in settings. But I recommend leaving it on unless you really don't like it for some reason, because it really does make it a much more comfortable experience. And it doesn't downgrade, in my opinion, the quality of the colors or anything like that. It just adds, like I said, a more natural viewing experience. So on top of that, it does also include support for the Apple Pencil, which I do have right here. Now, this is the first time I've actually owned the Apple Pencil. I did not buy it when the other iPad Pro, the larger one, came out. But now, when I got this new 9.7-inch model, I decided to go ahead and give the Apple Pencil a try. I will actually do a separate video entirely discussing my thoughts on the Apple Pencil, but just in a nutshell, I'll tell you that I'm really happy with it. I find that it actually is very comfortable to use. It's great for sketching, drawing, painting. Actually, I'll show you very quickly since I'm thinking of it. We'll open up Adobe Sketch here. Now, keep in mind this is just a demo. I am not an artist in any way, but this is something I drew the other day with the Apple Pencil, and yes, I even got silly and signed my name as if I'm some kind of artist, which I'm obviously not. But this is this might be like kindergarten level of artistic abilities, but this is what you can do with the Apple Pencil. And it's kind of fun because, I find that painting or sketching or drawing is just relaxing. And so if you want to do that with the best experience possible, I would invest in the Apple Pencil. It's really great. And especially if you're not like me and you are a great artist or something, you have to have the Apple Pencil. No matter what size iPad Pro you have, whether it be 9.7-inch or 12.9-inch, you want this Apple Pencil. It's that good. But again, I'm not a professional, as you can clearly see, but it's still fun to do. So that being said, moving on now, I mentioned it has a new 4K video capability for the camera. I find that that's a really good quality, and I'll just quickly show you guys, just to give you a little demo. It probably doesn't translate well over on your end, but the camera quality is great. Again, it shoots at 3840 by 2160 resolution, up to 30 frames per second. Pretty awesome. And I know I already mentioned earlier in the video that I'll mention again, it does have that 5 megapixel FaceTime camera, whereas the iPad Pro 12.9-inch model only actually has a 1.2 megapixel camera. Again, kind of disappointing that Apple did that, but yeah, I think Apple made a pretty conclusive statement that that they definitely still consider this size iPad to be their flagship model, mostly because I assume people will probably buy this more often over the 12.9-inch. On top of that, it does have the A9X chip, which is slightly underclocked from the 12.9-inch model. But again, something that the 12.9-inch model doesn't have is the M9 code processor, meaning that if you enable it, you can also have Hey Siri capabilities as well, which is pretty cool. With that being said, I think I covered mostly everything that would be considered essential in this new this 9.7-inch iPad. Again, awesome features tapped into the same widely loved 9.7-inch form factor. So again, overall, you just can't go wrong with this size. And if there's any doubts about it, or you don't know for sure that you definitely want this size, I encourage you to give both a try. Look at both and see, okay, what model feels best to me, what feels the best in the hands. I personally, like I said, I really just have fallen back in love with the 9.7-inch model. It's just so comfortable to use in a variety of situations, in all situations for that matter, and there's no trade-offs. I guess you could say the one thing that is a possible trade-off is that you do get 2 gigs more memory, so 4 gigs of RAM in the 12.9-inch model. But again, keep in mind that that's because you're also powering a much bigger device, whereas 2 gigs of RAM is really all you need in this tablet, and I can promise you that in my testing, I have found that it has no issues performing. It is just a beast of a little tablet, and you just can't go wrong with this size. I mean, I can't say enough good things about it, guys. Absolutely loving this size. Excellent job on Apple's behalf. While you might know that I have recently gone to the Galaxy S7 as my phone, and I do actually have now, I'll show you real quick, I do have the Gear S2 locked. That doesn't mean I've lost my love for Apple by any means, and I think this proves it, because there's a ton of selection of tablets out there that are Android based that I have to say I would argue that this is the best tablet on the market right now, this 9.7-inch iPad Pro, especially with the inclusion of the True Tone display. I think Apple has just really outdid themselves, and like I said, just made it the best tablet you can buy right now. With that being said, I'll end this video here for now. Thanks for watching, guys, and if you like my content, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and until next time, have a great day.